All right, peace to the family, peace to the tribe, peace to the New Love Life tribe, peace to the Dragon Magic tribe, peace to the Mudra class tribe, peace to the New Love Life tribe, of course. This is your brother Yusef. This is your brother Yusef. And I'm coming back at you guys with another video. All right? Today is Sunday, family, and we're getting ready to begin a new week here. And I hope everyone's previous week has been well. I hope everyone is learning to tap into light and understanding light. For those of you who have ordered the Ra pendants, um, they are coming. The golden ray pendants, family. They are on the way. They're being shipped out every day, pretty much. And we're gonna get those to y'all. All right. And by the end of this month, I will be re-releasing the Helm of All pieces, another powerful tool to fight the darkness. Okay. So we are back, family, with another video, and in this video here, I want to continue our segment on encouragement, right? Giving you guys some spiritual encouragement as you move forward in your spiritual path. And if you guys notice, the main thing I've been focusing on is mentality, learning how to fight in your mind, because the first battle is always going to be in your mind, and the last battle is always going to be in your mind, family, right? So, and you're also going to win the war here, okay? So you fight your battles here in the war that you will eventually win when you overcome or have power over your situation. Will be here, family. All right, and I'm only talking from experience. Please understand and know everything I ever talk about in this channel, from the knowledge base to the simple motivational things I talk about in this video, is all based on my experience and stuff I've been through. So if I'm talking to you guys about depression, suicide, I'm telling you about things I've been through, almost committing suicide, being extremely depressed, wanting to kill myself, having anxiety. Right? I get people every day who email me telling me they want to die. It's just the truth. I won't lie to you guys. I don't lie on the spirit. I'm not stupid. People email me all the time. They want to leave. They want to die. Sometimes I wake up feeling great. Just gave my grateful, just gave gratitude for the day. And people will tell me, brother Yusef, I just want to die. I just want to leave this planet. And, I'm not mad at those people. I understand, because I've been there before. Right? I've been there before. I know what it's like to wake up like that. But I've learned over time to fight here, right? And that the battle is here, and that's what I want to teach you guys. So please listen to Brother Yusef when I do these videos. All right. So trust the process, and you're halfway there, family. That's the title of this video, and that is so true. If you learn to trust the process, you are halfway there. And I want to teach you guys and help you guys understand by what I mean by trusting the process. Okay. So shout out to my brother Makai Kondo. I love him. He's not my blood brother, but he's my real spiritual brother. Me and him is real close. He gave me some good pointers for this video. Me and him was talking, and he was like, brother, you should talk about this. You should say this. And one thing he told me to talk about was my teachers in my process, which I will mention in this video. So shout out to my brother Makai Kondo. He has a YouTube channel called Metaphysical Minds. Right? He deals more with shamanism. All right. So, yes, family. So before we start the video, right, let's give our gratitude for the day on this beautiful Sunday, right? With gratitude in our heart, opening our mind to the lights, right? We want to give thanks and we want to be grateful today, family. All right. So we want to give thanks to the God Obatala, who's the God I gave thanks to today on my Facebook and my Instagram page. So let's give thanks to the God Obatala, the God of Ra, the God Amin Ra, the God Heru, all the gods of light and power and creation. I give thanks to my ancestors before me, known and unknown. I give thanks to my animal spirits, earth, the snake and the deer. I give thanks to the 5 elements, earth, air, fire, water, and spirit. I give thanks to the ascended masters, who all came before me. And I give thanks to Mother Earth for always providing. Ashe, ashe, ashe. Right? It's important that we give our gratitude, family. Y'all gonna find out the power of that one day. It's a great tool, right? That's part of your process, learning to be grateful, right? So I want you guys to understand When you walk this spiritual path, you are starting on the long journey home. I talked about in about 2 videos before this one, I talked about uh, how we chose to come down here, right? We chose to come down and we forgot how powerful we are. We forgot who we were. And we are in the process of remember to put things back together. We are putting things back together through by way of reading books, by way of meditation, by way of practicing magic, and in walking our path, right? We are remembering, we are putting things together, right? And I want you to understand that long journey home is really what we also call the process of evolution, right? What you're really evolving down here, family, is your mind. You're trying to evolve your mind so you can remember who you are. You can put the pieces back together because you are already perfect. In your human state, you are not perfect, family. Okay? In your human state, you are not perfect. All right? But in your true states, remember your humanity is not you. Okay? In your true state, you are perfect. Right? You are perfect. So part of the process, family, is becoming worthy in your mind, in your hearts, telling yourself you are worthy of every good thing that you have in your life, family. You are worthy to live your dreams, right? You are worthy to have all the money you need in your life. But sometimes we create these blockages through our humanity, right? We create these blockages, family, that block us from obtaining our true potential. Trust the process, family. Learn to trust the process, and you halfway there. If you learn to just believe in yourself, I'm not big on beliefs because belief means you don't know. But if you're ever going to believe something, believe in yourself, right? Believe hard in yourself, right? I don't believe in nothing in this world, family. I only believe in self. That's the only thing I put my faith in is in myself. Because in myself, I find God, right? In myself, I find God. So I put my trust in God, which is in me, which is in you, family, right? So trust the process and you're halfway there. I want you guys to think of yourself as unrefined precious metal. That's the best way to think about the true being of who you are. If you were worthless, family, why would dark forces bother you so much? Right? Especially if you think about committing suicide and you depressed every day, you must understand you are the most powerful. And the dark forces have to keep you down because if you ever come out of that like I did, you can help a lot of people. And you can relate to a lot of people. So every person watching this video and every person who ain't watching this video, I want you guys to understand that you are precious. You are precious metal. Think of yourself as that, right? When you look at unrefined metal, it still got dirt on it, right? It looks ugly. When you pull gold out the ground, when you pull silver out the ground, even copper, because copper in the ancient days was considered a precious metal. People don't know that. And today we have stuff like platinum, right? Platinum could be considered a precious metal. It is today. But gold and silver is the most popular precious metals. And copper, right? Copper was considered a precious metal back in the ancient days. So in this world we live in today, it's considered an industrial metal. So it's devalued in this world today. But copper is extremely important because they need the value to be low so they can invent more electronics and different things like that. So if y'all smart, y'all will invest in copper too. Because in the future, the price of copper is only going to go up because the world's going to be more about electronics, right? And technology, right? So think of yourself as precious metal, family. Unrefined precious metal. As you grow in the process, family, right? The dust will start to get wiped off. The little rough edges will get polished a little bit more. And eventually, when the time comes, you will be pure gold or pure silver. You will be a beautiful piece of jewelry. Think of yourself like that. So right now, if you're feeling like, you know, I'm not good enough spiritually, I'm not good enough mentally, I'm not good enough in this world, you just don't realize the value that you have. Right? Like I said, think of yourself as precious metal. You don't remember, and you don't understand your value. That's simply what it comes down to. Part of the process is knowing your value, right? Is learning to value yourself, right? If you know yourself, you will know God. If you know self, then you value self. Period, point blank. You can never truly love a person in this world unless you love yourself. Because if you don't love yourself, you're gonna teach your child to not love themselves. If you don't love yourself, you'll never love your mate to your full potential. And these things can cause problems with children, right? And problems in your marriage or your relationship with someone. Because you haven't fully done the shadow work to fix yourself and fix your problems. Okay? So when silver and gold is put through a process, right? I want you guys to put yourself in this, picture yourself as silver and gold. When silver and gold as family is put through a process, it's put through a very harsh process, right? Heating. And if that silver and gold is supposed to be used as a tool in this world, some of us are used as tools. Myself, I'm used as a tool in this world. If some of us are going to be used as tools in this world, then we're not only going to be put through a very intense, harsh process of heat and things like that, you're going to be also beat into the shape and molded into the shape that the higher forces want you to become, right? So it's going to be painful. It's going to hurt, but you're being molded, family. You're being molded. And you have to accept that, okay? But how can you accept being beat on and being put through so much pain and pressure? When you're put through all that stress and pain and pressure, it's because you have a very powerful potential, okay? A very great potential. It's simple. It's that simple. So some people are just put through the heating process, right? And then they do what they do. Because maybe they have to come back in another life. Maybe they have to finish things. And then some of us are put through a very harsh process of heat and hammering and soldering and getting put back in the heat. Right when we think we're done, we get put back in the heat. And then we're shaped and molded into something. Okay? So I want you guys to understand, even the plane that you live on is being shaped and molded. Mother Earth is not living as her true potential yet. She has all the potential, but she is not operating her full true potential yet. As we go up in dimensions, the Mother Earth, she merges with different aspects of her higher self. As we go up in these higher dimensions, her heavenly states. Right now, Earth is just now starting to ascend to a higher state as we go towards the fourth, as we move deeper into this fourth dimension. In the third dimensional state is straight hell. Okay? So the earth and the world that we live in has all these issues going on, right? And we think that the people who created these issues in this world have power over it, and they don't. You have power over it. These people who run this planet is a very small, minute group of people. They only call them the 1%. But because the humans don't know themselves, they control the humans. Okay? And no matter what these people do down here, the Creator has a higher purpose, a higher force. Right? Your spiritual parents, your higher selves, they have a purpose for you down here. You have to learn to believe that, okay? You have to learn to believe that, all right? You have to stop being a victim, family, right? Admit that you are not what happened to you, okay? You know what's wrong with you, family. You know what's wrong with you. Just admit it, right? You talk too much. You're a disrespectful person, if this is you, right? You don't have friends because you're rude and disrespectful, right? Be honest with yourself, right? You talk about people behind their back, okay? Be honest with yourself so you can overcome this thing. Do some shadow work, right? This is why shadow work is very important in your path. So you can look at them parts of yourself that are demonic to a certain extent. They feed demonic energy, right? They feed lower forces. You need to look at these aspects of yourself so you can overcome these things, right? You know that you have a communication problem. This is why you can't be in a relationship. You don't know how to communicate, right? And please don't think I'm beating nobody up because I'm definitely not perfect, right? I'm definitely not perfect, but I have overcome so much in my life, family. Through pain and suffering and agony, I have overcome a lot. And I'm pushing y'all. That's really what I'm doing here. I'm giving y'all tough love. I'm pushing you guys to become the best, right? To learn how to fight here. Being a warrior and not a worrier. Because it don't help you at all. But if you learn to fight, fight to the end. You miss all the shots you don't take, family. So you got to learn how to fight, right? And I'm telling you, in spirituality, as you move forward in this world, the fight is here. I talk to people sometimes who feel like the world is over at this moment. Joe Biden got in and things about to go wrong. No, it don't have to be that way. What do you say? Right? Prepare yourself for the worst and hope for the best. That's what you need to do. So don't be a victim no more, right? Don't be a victim no more, family. Okay? Get rid of that mentality. Admit what's wrong with you, which is part of the process. You can't move forward until you figure out what's wrong. Y'all ever understand people who are on drugs or they go to AA meetings, they are alcoholics? The first thing you do is you stand in a circle and say, my name is John Doe and I'm an alcoholic. Right? You admit that you have a problem. That's part of the healing. Part of the process is pain, but other part of the process is healing past the pain. Because the more pain you went through, the more precious you are. That's a fact. And you can't see it while you're going through it, but it's the truth, family. I want y'all to understand that. So get rid of that victim mentality. Because I sure can cry about a lot of things that I've been through as a child and as an adult and as a teenager. But I'm not what happened to me. I'm greater than that. And I want you guys to be greater than that, okay? So trust the process. Back this time last year, as a matter of fact, in January, I was in DC with some friends of mine. And I did a video called Trust the Process and Let the Energy Transform You because I knew what was getting ready to happen on the planet. Some people took 2020, they didn't take advantage of the energy, right? I started my website in 2020, right? I knew the energy that was coming down, but a lot of people was distracted by all the chaos on the planet. And there's going to be some chaos this year, family, but this is not the year to be distracted in 2021. This is the year that you win. This is the year of your success. This is the year of your happiness. This is the year of your joy. This is the year you meet your spiritual parents. This is the year you connect with your ancestors. This is the year you gain your spiritual abilities. This is the year you turn on your psychic abilities. Trust the process. Trust the process, family, and let this energy transform you. Don't doubt. Don't doubt, family. Okay? Don't doubt. Master encouraging yourself. Okay? I want you guys to master encouraging yourself. When I first left the Christian church, okay, and I've told this story before. When I first left the Christian church, family, I was very hurt because everything in my life was Christian, including my wife. We almost got a divorce, right? Including my mama, my dad, my aunties, cousins, everybody was Christians. Everybody I loved, my friends were Christians. When I left, my whole life felt like it ended, right? And I didn't know any, scriptures or spiritual scriptures, or I didn't know nothing outside the Bible. So I used the Bible to uplift me, but I used the mentality of I'm not talking about the God in the Bible. I'm talking about myself. That's how I used it. And there was a scripture in the Bible where it said that David encouraged himself in the Lord, right? He encouraged himself. And I used that to uplift me. I was an alchemist at that moment. I became a certain level of an alchemist at that moment. I used that scripture to encourage me. And I want to encourage you guys with that. You guys need to learn how to encourage yourself on this process. And over time, I realized I didn't need nobody, right? I really didn't need. Even to my wife, I looked her in the eyes. I said, if this costs me you, baby, I'm going to get this knowledge. You know what I'm saying? If there's knowledge, because there's something that's taking me somewhere. And I'm glad I made that choice. Now, like I always say, the wife eventually came along with me, right? But I was ready to give it all up. I was ready to give it all up, family. That's how you got to be. Trust this process that whatever is leading you is taking you somewhere beautiful. You got to trust it. You got to know it. Some of y'all ain't trusting the process because y'all still on the edge. Yeah, I know, right? I know some of y'all still go to church on Sunday, right? That y'all come watch BroYosef videos, right? And that's okay. Maybe you a baby. If you doing that, then you not spiritual at all. You a baby, right? You a baby. I'm not talking about people who, you might go visit a family member, and just to make your mama happy, you went to service with her one day. I ain't talking about you. I'm talking about people who purposely go to church, right? Every Sunday. And you call yourself a metaphysical person. You still stuck, right? You got to leave that alone all the way. You got to come on over to this side. And you got to learn how to trust the process and move forward in your spirituality. Because every time you go back, you keep getting stuck. Get away from that church. It's absolutely satanic. I'm going to do a video about it one day soon. I'm going to prove to you guys how the church is satanic. Absolutely. Devils and everything running around up in there. That's why you get in there and you get stuck. Right? They sucking your energy out of there in so many ways. So I want you guys to understand that. Okay? Learn how to encourage yourself. All right? Learn how to encourage yourself, family. That's part of trusting the process, is learning to encourage yourself. And one of the best ways you can learn to encourage yourself is to be grateful for what you have. Being grateful encourages you. That's a fact. Because there's so many people that don't have what you have. Some of y'all got houses and cars, jewelry, y'all got beautiful children, and y'all still ain't happy. And some people, I know people who wish they had children, beautiful children. I know people who wish they had a car, wish they had a house to be in. They got to live with somebody else. And you got nerve to be upset and sad and not grateful, right? And you got all these beautiful things that some people wish they had. You got to be grateful for what you have. That's part of trusting the process. Believing that your higher self is guiding you, family. That's another part of trusting the process. Understanding and believing that your higher self is guiding you. Right? You got to understand that. Okay? In your refining process, you may have things where times when the person that is molding you may pull you out to examine you. Okay? And part of that may be you coming across a teacher. Right? And even though you pulled out of that fire, don't mean that you still ain't hot. Don't mean that you still ain't hurt. Right? But you may be examined by the higher forces by allowing a teacher to come into your life. For some of y'all, I'm your teacher. For some of y'all. Right? For some of you guys, you got other spiritual teachers out there on YouTube who are great. Right? There's a bunch of teachers out there on YouTube who are great. Okay? But if you're going to have someone in your life, a teacher, you need to learn how to trust that person, what they're telling you. All right? Allow me to talk about my teachers. Two men in my life who really, really had an impact on my life. And I vaguely touched on these things. But I want to tell you guys about another teacher of mine that I never really talked about on here before. That had probably one of the greatest impacts on my life as a young man. So I'm going to tell y'all a story, right? So when BroYosef was about 17, 18 years old, like I said, y'all, I wasn't always perfect, right? I didn't want to listen to my mama. I didn't want to listen to nothing my mama said, right? So mom had to kick me out at 18. Okay, son, you don't want to listen. You want to do what you got to do, supposed to do in this house. Get out and get it how you live, right? So I left and I got it how I lived, right? So fast forward, when I got kicked out, I had an uncle that moved from Texas, okay? And he moved up here to my city. And it was perfect timing, right? Not too long after I got kicked out, he was pretty much down here. He told me, he said, nephew, you can come stay with me. Right? And I love my uncle. He was my favorite uncle, man. Right? And him and my Uncle Steve is like my favorite uncles ever. So, when my Uncle Bill, his real name was William, my Uncle Bill, when he came up here, he pretty much gave me the rope. He pretty much gave me the science. He said, look, you're going to get up and go to school, right? I dropped out of high school and everything, y'all. So my uncle's like, you're going to get up and go to school, get your GED, and get you a job, right? And I'll take care of all the bills. And I'm going to just train you how to be a man. And I'm like, what? Okay, whatever. I already know how to be a man. You 18, you think you know everything. I already know how to be a man. So I would get up late sometimes, going to work and not doing things. My uncle would kick my door open and jack me up on the wall, right? Just imagine that. And BroYosef at 18 years old, I was like 200 pounds. I was solid. I'm a lot bigger now in weight. But I had a six-pack and everything at like 18, 19 years old. Where I was a big kid, right? Uncle bust the room open. Unc passed away, y'all. Unc passed away. But it broke me when he passed. He passed in, what was it, 2017. It messed me up, right? But Unc would kick my door open. Boom. And he would say these words, nigga, get up. You know what I'm saying? And he would jack me up and he would put me against the wall and say, I don't know what you're used to, but you're going to be a man around here. And me and I'm like, hold up, hold up, Unc, and Unc would, and just to test him sometime, I would wrestle with him as a joke. And he would get me every time, right? Because he was a man and I was a boy. And he was showing me, just because you big and strong don't make you a man, right? He was a teacher in my life, y'all. That's why I'm sharing now this story with y'all. He shaped and molded the first aspect of BroYosef. So Uncle would take me to the store and he would literally take me, and while we were shopping, he would make me watch what he buy. And he said, nephew, don't ever let your wife call me and tell me you're not taking care of home. He taught me the value of family, and he taught me the value of taking care of home. And I wasn't even having a family yet. I wasn't even dating my wife at this point, right? I like fast girls back then, right? I was a young kid. But Unc taught me the value of family. He taught me about the value of myself as a man. He taught me how to save money, right? He taught me what was precious in life and what wasn't precious. And my Unc was a book reader. I still wasn't reading books back then. And at this time, it's funny because the first conscious seed got planted in me. And it was a video from Ashar Kwesi. And a video from Ashar Kwesi was talking about how Adam and Eve was in Egypt first. And I thought it was wild. And I never thought about that again until I became conscious in 2006. So long story short, family, my Uncle Bill was the first aspect to me in teaching me. That was part of my process to build my character as a person, as a man. I'm grateful to my uncle that he taught me that. Then I met my teacher Imam, who I'm always talking to y'all about. My teacher Imam came into my life. He built on top of what my uncle gave to me. Imam taught me even deeper aspects about family and investing and having a business and being a businessman. And Imam taught me about valuing family. He taught me about valuing myself. And then he taught me how to be a historian. He taught me how to read books because Imam was a historian. So Imam taught me how to read books. He taught me how to understand science. He taught me how to get information out of books and how to hold it in my mind. He taught me all that stuff. So he took what Uncle Bill built in Imam, which means teacher, took me to another level. Right? And I already talked about Imam in the past video. So those were the first two teachers in my life who I had to learn how to trust. I had to learn how to trust these two people to help build on something that was in me, okay? That I didn't see in myself, but these people saw my potential. And my potential of who I was so great to when Imam met me the first day, he's like, you're going to be better than me in 10 years. And I was like, what? How can you? He's like, I could just look at you and tell. Like, you get it. When it comes to certain things, you keep studying the way you studying, boy, and you're gonna be past me in 10 years. That's what Teach told me. And I had so much respect for him that he was so humble like that. And I'm looking at him like I'm trying to learn because I don't know nothing about what you're talking about, man. But I learned quick. I used to sit at this man's feet for hours every day. He was a shoemaker. I would go up to his shop and sit at his feet for hours. And just listen to him while he fixing shoes, talking about everything in the world. For hours. Didn't know that I was learning and preparing to be a teacher myself. But this is part of the process. So I want to share those things with you guys to help you guys understand that there's a lot to the process sometimes. You got to learn to trust the process and take every little thing that comes into your life as you're being prepared, family. Right? Don't be scared, be prepared. So I'm hoping that you guys feel the same way about me that watch this video and you're taking my words to heart and you're understanding that I'm telling you guys the truth and all you guys got to do is try what I'm telling you. Right? If I'm telling you that you know what's wrong with you and you know you got issues and you don't ever deal with it, how you going to grow? How you ever going to have a successful relationship with somebody? How you ever going to build wealth? How you ever going to raise your children correctly? You got to deal with yourself. So after Uncle Bill was out of my life, I went through a period of dealing with myself. I went through a period of dealing because Uncle Bill moved back to Texas in 2001 or something like that. He left, and I was back on my own. I had to get my own apartment. I met my wife when I was 21, right? So I'm starting to become a man. And I did a good job at it, but I was off my own. And now Imam passed away. In 2018, I think Imam passed. And I'm off my own again, right? So I'm using what these people taught me to teach you guys. And I want you guys to trust the process. Don't doubt. Understand and believe that everything is working in your favor. You got to believe it, all right? So I hope this video encourages y'all. I hope y'all get something out of this video. I hope it ministered to you. You know, I might do one or two of these more of these videos, and then we're gonna get back to the knowledge. All right. So, BroYosef, love y'all. I appreciate y'all. Thank you guys for watching. You guys have been a great support to me. You know, you guys are great subscribers. Continue to watch. Thank you, family. I love y'all. And we'll talk to you guys in the next one. All right. Peace.